Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is on the Friesland. A very unique ship. So let's get into it here quick. If you guys are watching it as of this week of it coming, this video coming out, Friesland is in the shop on discount. However, this is a ship that you can get with Global XP, so keep that in mind. Now, this ship, guys, I knew very well this ship when I first got it. When I was a beginner, this is one of the first ships I got because everybody screams that this is one of the best ships in the game. I don't feel that way. It's not a bad ship. It's unique and it's fun to play, but I don't think it's like the best ship at Tier 7. All right, this thing gets a little overrated. Also, this is a guide for beginners, and I want to be clear about that. Because when I was a beginner, I tried to use the Hellrich build where you get extra smoke, fire chance, but you don't have the located perk. I did terrible in this thing right away. Just awful. Alright. And for that reason, I feel like the best way to play it as a beginner, and for myself actually, is to play it as a destroyer hunter and not a damage farmer. Alright. You can kind of play it either way. I feel like for me it is much more effective to be a destroyer hunter with this thing. All right, for our commander, we are using Jersey Swirsky with Eric Bay and William Sims because we do obviously have the detectability of Swirsky. We are using Observant Range, Look at Me Now, Perceptive, and Smoke on the Water along with Unstoppable. For our aiming systems mod 1, for our first slot, we're using aiming systems mod 1. 2 and 3 are prop and concealment as always. In the last slot, we're actually using gun control fire system 2. Now, like you can put the normal one on just like this. Go ahead and upgrade it if you want to get a legendary tier, as you can see from the bottom left um, button down there, the square. I believe it's X for Xbox. You could actually 100% take the main battery mod reload, but it has such good reload already. You could do that, or you could even do AA mod guns 3. Very flexible in that last slot. I choose this one, a little bit more accuracy and range. However, if you're not used to lobby shells, this is, having the extra range isn't really going to help you a lot. All right, so you get two really good smokes on this build. They are fantastic. You can sit in them and damage farm like the Dickens. Um, Sonar, you have a pretty solid sonar at 4.4. Definitely, a lot of times I end up using this around or with my smoke, and a engine boost that is your normal classic engine boost. For your specs, you have 20,000 health, the real middle of the tier on that. Artillery, this is kind of where this thing's fun, right? The main guns. These on this build reload every 1.7 seconds. You only have 4 of them. However, they do reload very quick. The 180 turn is crazy. Your HE shell is a little under par, but because you're reloading so quick, it doesn't matter, and you can start a lot of fires. Now, if you're using the Hellrich build, that's a 10% fire chance every 1.7 seconds, right? So you can see this thing can absolutely damage farm if you get the opportunity to do it. Just remember, these shells are very lobby. They also, just so you know, they are the plane at 1/6 pen, meaning they pen 20 millimeters of armor, guys. AP, if you get a couple fires going, definitely can throw some AP downrange as well. Now, this does have pretty good guns, but a few things about them, right? Definitely lobby, and they can be hard to aim. That's why I almost feel it's more effective for beginners to use it as a destroyer hunter. Get closer so it's not so lobby with good detection. murder, get out. All right. Now, one problem with this ship, and I think people don't acknowledge this is a major weakness. This thing does not have torpedoes. It's the only destroyer that I know of, obviously, that doesn't have torpedoes. And that takes away a lot of utility. You have amazing guns, but having torps, particularly against other destroyers, can be real handy. Obviously, the Pan-Asian lines, most of the torps there can't hit destroyers either. That hurts them as well. And I feel the same about this ship. It lacks a lot of utility not having torps. Sure, your main guns are good, but they are lobby, and they're hard to aim at distance. It's not like it's gonna be real hard to snipe destroyers at distance with this, right? But another positive about this ship is the AA defense. It is absolutely great. I think it's probably the best one on destroyer in the entire game. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is the highest. Maneuverability, 36 knots, decent turning circle, decent rudder, right? So not bad there. Concealment at 5.3, pretty good um, for the building, because you have bay and it gives you an opportunity to get that little bit of extra health that you wouldn't probably normally have. Stats, you can see when I first got this ship, it was terrible. This is what happened to me, right? I'd use the Hell Rich build, not know where the destroyer was, get in my smoke, uh, get torped. Even with the sonar, was catching me off guard like an idiot when I was new. Not something I would recommend, but um, I would recommend playing this how I've been playing it recently, as a destroyer hunter, and then you farm. Kind of like we talked about in the Hayate video. You'll play this similar, except for you don't have the utility of having torps. Armor. It's a destroyer. You don't have much. Don't take unnecessary beating when you don't need to. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship, and I am an above average player. Not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that being said, guys, we spawn middle on loop. While I don't care for this map, I will say it has yielded some very interesting games for me. Now, that being said, you can see we're tracking the destroyer. He's running away, not to center cap. So, if you didn't notice on the beginning, our Summers on the C cap had ran away from the C, now is coming back. That Blood Destroyer in the, I believe it's the Summers, is going to be absolutely crazy. As you're going to see, there is a Schonberg over there spotted. That is a real threat. That is a very good destroyer at the tier. And so now that we've capped the center, looks like we have no other threats from the center to worry about. And while we are spotting, we're spotting the battleship, we're going to head over here. Our teammate in this destroyer, I don't know how, he must run into somebody's torps, because he tries shooting his guns off and he's going to do some crazy stuff. Like, he's behind an island again right now. Like, I don't know. But anyway, guys, we know that we need to help this flank. It looks like this is going to be where the real battle is for the time being. And I came over here to hunt the Schonberg. However, he goes dark, and Brandenburg is a problem, right? Schonberg gets spotted, and we're right in the middle of everything. We need to help get rid of the Schonberg, and then as soon as I smoke up, of course, he gets absolutely wrecked by teammates. That Summers actually gets a bunch of torps to hit. I'm telling you, not to rip on players, but you're going to see our Summers do some pretty crazy things in this match that don't make much sense. He's already left and been behind his team twice. Meanwhile, we are getting our cap, and you can see in between shots, I'm trying to look, and I'm guessing Schonberg is gonna charge into me, right? And that's why I'm saving my sonar until I get spotted. But right now, we don't have the cap, so without him contesting the cap, I don't have to worry about him. And you're gonna see here, I just start focusing on the mines until the cap does get contested, and then I'm well aware that he's charging in again, right? We know that he's on his way, but you can see how lobby these shells are and how hard to hit. Schonberg sees us. We're waiting for him to shoot off his guns. There he is. We're going to start trying to light him up the best we can. You can see even at 4.5 kilometers, these are actually quite lobby, and they take a second to get aimed on target, right? Before I start absolutely getting some decent damage, and even at that, we're hitting the back of the ship just because of these things catch you off guard of how lobby they actually are. Again, you're going to see as he starts to get out at distance, even though we are hitting them pretty decent, we are missing some of the shells, and we're going to use this lobbiness to go undetected and lob this island and keep farming him here. And you can see we do get a fire on him, and he is actually running away here, and we're going to go ahead and try to actually go out and chase him down here. Nobody actually was spotting him, so I got to actually go do that and track him down. Our Sumner, even with help, is deciding he is going to run away still. To his credit, I think he's actually going to throw torps out again at Dalian. I don't. He must have just got good torp placement, or people decided they wanted to run into his torps in this match. But again, you can see, can be pretty effective as a destroyer hunter if you get comfortable with the guns, right? Well, we know we can help get rid of mines here if we can try to get rid of Dalian as well. Dalian's sitting in his smoke. He's going to eat a bunch of torps. So I was trying to get rid of Dalian here, but he did sit there and do a smoke, and Summers did, in fact, get the torp up. Now we start trying to take out mines. Schonberg gets spotted again, out detected, and we're going to go ahead and just finish him off. You see, got used to the guns again, and we did get rid of him pretty quickly. The DPM on this ship isn't bad. I don't think it's a bad ship, guys. I just think for new players, this is it can be a hard ship to play. Also, I think it's a little bit overrated. That being said, too, if you guys notice, this thing has 360-degree turrets. And now that that destroyer's gone, we're going to help farm the mines out, right? As you see, we get another fire, and it does do well at getting rid of fires, right? And so now that this is kind of over, you're going to see we're going to head over to back over to the B cap. Cruiser is over there, and honestly, he's going to be taking on the whole team if we don't get over there. So we're going to head over that way. Our destroyer, that Summers, is going to go ahead in front of us, decide he doesn't want to be there, and he's just going to run away to sea. Don't know why. Clearly, nobody is that way. I don't know how he's going to end up second on the team. I was so confused by him. That's why I bring it up, guys. I'm not trying to rip on him. I just was so confused if you watch him on the map and what he does. That being said, we're going to start shooting champagne because that other destroyer, probably not going to show himself for a little bit. And there he is, the Kagero. A lot of times, torp boats like Kagero won't even shoot their guns even when they have the advantage like he does now. We're going to actually make ourselves real skinny and hard to hit while our team does in fact help us. We had some good teammates besides that Summers on this match. Some real solid teammates. So we smoke up, we were losing health. We realized that our teammate was spotting in the destroyer, or in the cruiser, and then honestly, we're just going to go back to farming. Once you kill destroyers, that's what you do, right? Then you can farm. You can get a bunch of fires. bunch of damage. But this, you got to be a destroyer first. Do not be a Friesland that just sits in the smoke and asks for spotting. It's absolutely crazy. I don't understand that playstyle. As you can see, we got a couple fires going, and we're actually going to go ahead and start using AP. You can see we're shattering some, but in the superstructure, it's okay. Once he starts to angle at us, we're going to try to get more fires back on him and try to hit the superstructure. But please, whatever you do, just don't be a Friesland that sits in smoke not spotting for your team. You gotta be a destroyer. Get rid of the destroyer, get caps. We got 2 caps and we help get rid of 2 destroyers, right? 2 solo caps even. And that's what you gotta do. Just farming damage isn't always gonna help your team. As you can see, top leaderboard helping our team win. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you folks next time.